Hey folks, Elaine Marolakos Edelson here with AstrologyMojo. Want to help you get your mojo back. If you are new to me, what I say about astrology is that the planets don't make you do anything, that we live in a cooperation with the cosmos. So that when the planets make a move, you feel it because you are a sentient, celestial, eternal being. You feel everything. You are the one creating your world. You're the one making the choices. The planets represent parts of you, your psyche, your potential, your talents, your challenges, your mental blocks. So please understand that you're the one with the power. And so today, the last Thursday of every month, I do an oracle reading, and I want to help you get to that place where you are feeling more empowered and you're not real. It's fun to get readings, any kind, tarot, numerology, intuitive. It's fun. It really is. But ultimately, you're the one making the choice and you're the one making the decision. So now, time to decide. We have 3 choices today for your oracle reading. And the first one is the goddess power, Colette Baron-Reid. And so this would be choice number 1. Hey, Teresa's here. Happy Thursday. Love and light always. This is kind of a vibe for the goddess power. Colette Baron-Reid, that is choice numero uno. Choice number 2, they just wanted to come out and play. The Faeries Oracle. Faeries Oracle. Brian Froud and, Jessica MacBeth. So this is choice number 2. And this is what they look like. Give you an idea. Pretty cool. That's choice number 2. The fairies wanted to come out and play. And then the third one is, ta-da, another Colette Baron-Reid, and it is the Crystal Spirits. So let me show you some of those cards. Hope everyone is doing great today. So you can organize your reading any way you like, and that is sun, rising, and moon, this issue, that issue, body, mind, spirit, however you choose to set up your reading. But what I'd like you to do is to recognize that you're going to get what you need always. And it's not the cards that are telling you what to do. It's your higher inner being. Remember, folks, you are celestial, eternal, divine being. You exist here right now. This is your physical aspect so that you can come to the world and play and learn how to manifest. Sometimes that will. Now, people go, oh, how do you manifest? I want to know how to manifest. Look at your world. You did that. Wow. Good for you. If you don't like it, then you got to become more conscious of your choices, how you're feeling, what you're thinking, and understanding vibration, because we are vibrational beings, first and foremost. So whatever you're vibing on any level, this is what you will bring into your world or keep from your world. All right. Does that make sense? Hi, Heather. Welcome. Okay. So again, the choices for the oracle reading is Colette Baron-Reid's choice number 1, the goddess power. Choice number 2, the fairy oracle. And choice number 3 is the crystal spirits. All right. Hey, Rhonda's here too. So I just want you to, whether you're watching this live now on Thursday, last Thursday of May, or whether you're watching it on a replay on Facebook, on YouTube, you're always present. You're always in the now. So what time is it? It's now. Oh, wait, what time is it? It's now. But wait, what time? It's now. It's still now. It's always now. Okay? Yay. All right, so let me just get clear. I was in a flurry this morning looking for my my wedding ring and all that. And I couldn't because I took them off yesterday and put them in a place that I don't usually put them in. My husband and I were like, where are they? They're in the house somewhere. I'll find them. So remember, body, mind, spirit, sun, rising, moon, this issue, that issue, this issue, however you want to do it. Remember to share, like, and subscribe. I'm also going to be focused on, in the month of June, the astrology readings. And there's a link here. I think I'll put another one in. That should be it. And that's for the month of June. And it's going to be 1 hour with me. We're going to go over everything, especially what Jupiter and Taurus holds for you. All right, so let me get into the first deck. And that is Colette Baron-Reid's The Goddess Power deck. All right, so if you chose this, just give me a moment. I'm going to tune in to you. I'm getting a couple of different things right now. So, okay, people ask me how this works. It doesn't matter if you're watching this live or in a replay, wherever you are, it's now. So when I'm tuning into your now. So there's a flurry of, okay, this one definitely, but there's another one. Somebody else needs this one. So I guess there's going to be two. Let's just put that over there. So the first one I got, is Uzumi Humor. Now this one is pretty self-explanatory. If you chose this card, look at her face. She's just like in the moment, light, happy. And the number 49, we can break that down, but anything you add to the number 9 equals the same number. So 4 plus 9 is 13. 1 plus 3 equals 4. That's called fadic addition, F-A-D-I-C, in numerology. So a 4 is hard work, right? But when you break the 4 down to a 22, it's, this is what I like to say. A 4 is think outside the box. A 22 is, honey, there are no boxes. Okay. So you can be lighter. And utilizing the 9, that is completion. It's humanitarian. It's looking at what is. If you chose this card and you're looking at what is right now, you might say, oh man, I thought I finished that. I thought I did that. I don't know why I want to be doing this again. And yet you can see beyond that and say to yourself, okay, this is what's happening now. But in my heart of hearts, if I focus on the joy of being, on the thing that I love to do, on being with these people, or not resisting, I am going to be laughing my way through it. And I'm going to get there a lot faster. Because if you chose this card and you've just been through something, right? You've just been through it. And now you're like, if that were a game, man, I would not play that again. But isn't that hysterical? What just happened? Yeah, I'm going to lighten up. In fact, in her book, in Colette's book, let me just go directly to the source. When she talks about it, she recommends laughing yoga. And no matter what is going on that is serious in your life, you have to focus on humor. Now, of course, this is me to a T. When I was 5 years old, I wanted to be a stand-up comic. I wanted to be Marilyn Michaels. So the whole time I'm living my life, I'm focused on, oh my God, I'm depressed, I'm sad, I had mercury fillings, I was toxic, and I was depressed, but deep down I kept saying, this isn't me, because I would be the first one in a room to just like do the joke or laugh at the thing or, lighten somebody up. And then I wound up meeting and marrying a stand-up comic. Okay. And he'll admit that I'm a little funnier at times. Okay. So if you chose this card, it's time to utilize humor. Now, if you are utilizing humor as a profession, whether you're writing, you're producing, you're making a film, you're creating animated pixelation, whatever you're doing, it becomes concretized. Humor becomes concretized, which means when you lighten up, so does your vibration. And I mean, they used to say, there used to be a phrase, any being that you believe exists. Okay. I do not believe angels to be religious beings. They are beings of light, and you can call them anything you want. Starseed, helpers, your guides, whatever. But the phrase was the reason why angels can fly is because they take things lightly. And there it is. So go be an angel to yourself, laugh it up, and then spread that joy a little bit further, because you deserve it now. You deserve everything. Everybody deserves the best. But if you don't think you do, well, then we come to this card. I've never pulled this card before, so I'm going to have to refer to the book. But this is the white buffalo calf woman, and it's about reverence. So I want to just say, anything dealing with a Native American vibe, it's understanding that you are a creature of nature. You're a divine being, you're a spirit, but you're a creature of nature. And if you're having a tough time, look at the smile on her face. Is she not being a little like, oh, she has the joke? She's got the peace pipe. She's got that smile on her face like, oh, come on. Oh, yeah, we can do this. It's done. 5 in numerology represents the rocker. It sits on a rocker. Look at the number 5. 5 sits on a rocker. And while I look this up, in numerology, the rocker goes back. Let me just think about where I just came from, my life. Where do I want to go? I'm having a good time, just hanging out, rocking back and forth. I don't know if I'm ready to go there yet, but I don't think I'm part of that anymore. And then eventually, when you're ready, you just get up and you go. 5 represents transformation, and it also represents being a little bit aloof, the party person, or someone who is adventurous in spirit, and how you can be that 5 energy and a little bit coy, a little bit fuddy, a little bit, I got the answer, a little bit, I got your number. and get over it, but with reverence. When I used to live on the East Coast, and sometimes we would have these big storms where the sky would turn green, and we would just pull out a chair and sit on the porch. My husband and I, we would look up before we were married, and we'd look up and go, man, did you see that lightning? And it was just like, we were so in awe of nature. This is why we live in Sedona. We go hiking. It's like we go outside. I never take it for granted. We have hailstorms, and then the temperature will drop 20 degrees. I am in awe of nature, and I have such reverence for it. So let's see what Colette has to say about this card that I've never pulled. Empowerment. I love it. Take a humble yet grounded approach to your life right now. Only good will come of it. The goddess white buffalo calf woman supports this way of being in the world. It's a Lakota goddess, and it's time to leave the right, wrong, good, bad, zero-sum game. I love that. That's extreme. The extremes. What I was, what could I be? I did that, been there. Now what? So enter the space where you can find the sacred ground of sharing without guile, and negotiating from a desire where everyone benefits. So, in combination now, it's like, if you've been through it, you pick these cards. If you've been through it, yeah, you're just going to you just came through these, everybody on crazy pills. And you're like, yeah, okay, I'm just going to live my life and be happy and be light. I'm going to be light. And then it's going to be, oh, I have a clue now. I have a clue who I want to be, how I want to be. And it's without extremes. And it's the reverence, because the spirit that you are lives in the nature that is. That is why you are here on Earth, to manipulate matter, not from a negative point of view, not from a negative ego. And the ego is not bad, okay? Please stop demonizing the ego. The ego is your personal assistant. You're hungry, you eat. You're thirsty, you drink. You're tired, you lie down. You sense danger, you hide, or you go. So the ego helps you to plan out the physical matter. Who doesn't want that personal assistant? But it's not in control, even though it thinks it is. I hope that was helpful. Heather, why have I not seen you till now? I guess you weren't vibing the same vibe as me. I don't know, but I'm so glad you're here, Heather. Guess I was guided here now. Yes, you see, I like your energy and what you have to say. Thank you. You're so welcome. I like your vibe too. My Greek spirit. Hi, Elaine. Hi, my Greek spirit. Hey, Samuel's here. All right, so that was number 1 if you chose number 1. And if you missed it and you're just joining, that's okay. You can always catch the replay on Facebook or on YouTube. But give me a little bit on YouTube because I have to go through the process of actually doing the timestamps before you can see which one you picked. All right, the next one, my little friends, I've seen them all my life. The Fairy Oracle Spirit. Thank you, Colette. Everybody having a good time? Having a good day? Only what you make of it. All right, so here's the Fairy Oracle. This is number 2, choice number 2. Oh, wow. We got some mischief makers in our midst. Mischief makers. My husband and I are finally going on our honeymoon. I know, after 30 years. We took care of kids. We had a Brady Bunch honeymoon the first time. But we are going on our honeymoon. And we're going to Dublin, Ireland, and Scotland. And we're so excited in July. And I just know I'm going to meet a few of these. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. That's exactly what I was feeling. Mischief maker. And also, oh, my heart. What? I love these cards, but the writing on them is so hard for me to read. I just have to go to the number in the book. That one came out in reversed. Okay. Oh, what? What? Okay. So let me go to the book for clarity. So the first one that came out, I can't even read it. And so I'm not even going to try. Let me just go to the book. Boop, 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 boop. Thanks for being here, folks. Remember to share, like, subscribe. I'm here every Thursday, mostly. And then you can always go to Astrology. We're changing our platforms and we're switching everything over and we're updating and upgrading. So, if you run into a glitch, that's why. But in the meantime, you can always go to the link that's in here that I put to get your June special AHA astrology reading. All right. Luathus the Wild. Okay. Looks kind of, what is he squashing? Haste, impulsiveness, fire, spontaneity, and balance. Filled with fire. If you pick this card, we'll talk about the numerology in a second, but if you pick this card, you could be like a person who loves excitement. Like, what just happened? What's going on? Let me just check my phone, check the news, what's going on outside. It's someone who has to be in the thick of it and to create and to go faster and faster and faster. And so if you are spinning plates and you're not excited about what you're creating, you might just want to take a breath and a breather. And so the whole message is this card is like an accent card, and it literally, what they say in the book, literally fires up the second card. So I'm going to have to read these in tandem. Just give me a second. And they're looking at new approaches with enthusiasm to old matters. So if you chose the fairy deck, you might want to have like a collaboration with people, or a think tank, or some close friends, or people you trust at work, or wherever the change has to happen, so that you get that. I mean, he looks kind of devious, but he's not. He's just playful. And he's like, come on, ready, set, go, And I think a new approach helps sometimes when you bounce ideas off of other people and you're sparked. My husband's that way. You just tell my husband, the name of his business is One Big Idea. You tell my husband, this is what I've been doing. This is how I've been marketing. And he's like, wait, what? Okay, I got 3 ideas for you. I haven't said anything. So it's like taking a risk is go for it. And so this is a go for it card. You get the green light with this creature, little mischief maker. Keep an eye on that feeling, so that if you're accelerating out of control, if you think, oh, I want to buy that house, I love it, or I love those shoes and I got to have them. Okay, let's temper it with what's going on in the next card. So just hang on to that for just a moment. The next card came out in reverse. And again, I can't. Okay, so look at the writing. Can you read that? I can't. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, yeah, I got to go to the page because I can't read that. So these are working in tandem right now. Let's see what's happening. This is fun. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha in reverse. Sudden shock and a rude awakening, but it came out in reverse. So this is gotcha. And it's, oh my gosh, this is when you have one of those extreme moments and something happens out of the blue is all shades of your unconscious rainbow self. So when you experience something that comes your way and you were not expecting it, it throws you off axis. You feel like you didn't deserve it. You're in shock. You want to blame somebody else. You stop and say, some part of me magnetized that. Which part? I don't know, but it scared me. Or it was, what? I had a client who we had been talking about her moving from a profession that she was in a particular state, not state of mind, but I think it was on the East Coast somewhere, Southeast. And she was doing card readings and combo with astrology. And she kept saying, oh, that's where I really want to go. That's where I want to be. That's really my heart's desire. Blah. And then one day she was like, I can't believe it. I got fired. It's like, okay, gotcha. So I said, good, congratulations. Look at you. Look, you found a way out. So now you're in the thick of it. You're ready to get going and on the new thing, the thing that you love. And so but with gotcha, when it comes out in reverse, oh, and I didn't talk about 57. I'm going to get to 57. 5, transformation. 7 is introspection. Research, the lone wolf. You have an idea nobody else has. You don't really need to think about it anymore. This is what you want to do. And then when a 5 and a 7 come together, we equal a 12. That's a 3. And the 3 is communication. But communication is not opening your mouth. It is perception. So as you go inward to change and transform, you're ready. You're all fired up to go forward. So you might be feeling like you're ready to come out of that like a slingshot. Let me see. Okay. Now, this one wants to go like revving the engines. Oh, I get it now. And this one is stuck in the mud. Stagnation rules, it says. Standing on his head suggests that we can break loose from this pattern, a pattern you no longer need, a pattern that you're ready to transform and get away from and move on from. Oops. By dedicating yourself to service. And it's got to be meaningful. And it's not obligatory. And it's not like, okay, I'll just give it Christmas and then I fulfilled that part and check that box and I can move on and go. No, it's not it. That's not it at all. Look at the eye peeking through. It's like, you know what you need to let go of. You know that it might take a little bit of time. So these are very extreme cards. One is Revan. The other one is no, can't go. Stagnation. I don't have all the information. I'm not ready. And it's a sacrifice that undoes the knots and breaks loose the cement around the joints. Gotcha would like to see us do this and save him a lot of effort. Otherwise, he offers helpfully, I'll come and help you break loose just as soon as I have a moment to spare. Okay, so wow, this is what I love about these cards, these particular cards. And gotcha, we have a 6, which is community and family of service. So it's go be nice to a neighbor day. Go get out of your head. It's not always about your thing. And the more you think about the thing that you don't want is the more you create the vibration around the thing that you don't want. So in order to move forward, it's being more introspective, ready for the transformation. And in order to do that, you need to just pause for a second and see, what is it that I don't want to repeat? Now, when we're manifesting, it's not helpful to continually talk about the thing that we don't want. It is helpful to discern what it is we don't want. You have to get clear on it. That's the introspection. Here, 5 and 7, 12, 3, which is communication in the brain. It's perception. It's like, okay, if I keep attracting the same kind of relationship in my life, I got to pause for a second. I really want love. I really want a family. I really want a career. I really want that job. I really want to live in that state. Whatever the thing you really want is and you're ready to go for it. What's the pattern you're about to break or have just broken or you need to break? Because that's what this is about. So in order to get going in a hurry, it's important that you take this idea and go, wait a minute. Oh, I get it. I overdo in every situation. I keep attracting somebody who doesn't, live up to my standards or meet the mark, or I keep attracting a job that does not fulfill me because I think, oh, well, at least I'm making money. So the thing is to get really clear on what you need. Nice deep breaths. And I would recommend meditation, definitely. And since we're Jupiter in Taurus now, consider the astrology aha reading that I have set up for June, because that's where we can focus on exactly where you are feeling that I just want to get going. I'll work it out along the way. Because we can break that pattern together, you and I. We can break that pattern. I remember a friend long time ago, who was on his second marriage, and then it was ending. And 2 weeks later, when it ended, he was holding somebody else's hand. And I said, you haven't worked out any of the patterns that keep attracting the same person to you. So maybe give it some time, maybe counseling, maybe a reading, maybe introspection, maybe meditation, maybe something that helps you to get perspective before you leapfrog before you understand your patterns, right? So you want to understand them, not talk about them in therapy for, your lifetime, 6 months, a year, because you keep recreating the same energy. It's like, this is what I don't want. 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 I was like, okay, we know. The universe knows. Your higher inner being knows. Now let's focus on what you do want. All right. I hope this is helpful for you. And the number 1, 6 and 4. 6 is family. 4 is the work, breaks down to a 22, which is a more creative approach, a very creative approach. And 6 plus 4 equals 1. And that's independence. So if you chose the fairy deck, you are right. And you're liminal. You got 1 foot in one world, 1 foot in another. So just be introspective, take the time, work it out inside, and trust your intuition through meditation. And I would highly recommend Bruce Lipton, Joe Dispenza, Abraham Hicks. Really get to know that you are creating your reality. So before you recreate the past, get clear on the vibe that is the feeling of the future. Feel that vibration. Feel that vibration, and it will come. Yay! Moving on to the third deck. I hope this is helpful. Oh, you keep meeting people from Ireland, Heather says. That's fun. Okay, now we're going to be doing... my hair is getting stuck. I hope this is helpful for you. Please let me know, share, like, subscribe, and okie dokie. Now we're going to do the crystal cards. I don't know why these cards are a little harder to... oh my gosh, there's like so many that want to come out. Okay. Wait. Let me mix you up. These cards are stiff, but they're lively in meaning. Can you not slide? Woohoo. All right. Whoa. Okay, we got it. We got you. Okay. I know there were only 2 cards for the other decks, but this one wants 3. So, oh, okay. First, we have amethyst. Number 4 breaks down to a 22. The work of amethyst is it's filled with water. So you never want to put it in the sun or it will fade. Ask me how I know. Amethyst is a dream power crystal. It also helps with bringing in, look at the top of the card, bringing in the spirit energy into a safe place. So if you have amethyst, I just have this one on my desk, a little dusty. So I have this one, but look at the size. Is that beautiful? I also love the rock part of a crystal. Anyway, but if you've got an amethyst in the bedroom is a great place to have it, or wherever you meditate, some place that will help to connect you to the spiritual realm, which is your higher inner being, and also the vibrational realm of creation. And when you look at that, it's the top part, you can see the spirit that is being infused into the crown chakra of this being that is very grounded in an earthy structure. Plus the purple is pretty. So with an amethyst, you can dream big. Now, when I started out, I used to do trance channeling. That was me, trance channel readings all the time. And then I found a way to bring it in when I went through my developmental stage. I had amethysts everywhere. And so I brought it in and I didn't have to go into trance anymore to channel information or connect. Then I would just open my eyes, take a deep breath, and be there. And so that's what amethyst will help you to do. Whether or not you have a stone, I'm not saying go out and buy one. I'm just saying that if you embody the meaning of an amethyst, you can go into a store and just pick up rocks and hold them and get a vibration. Start training your intuition, attuning to the part of you that is opening to the dream state, because that's when we move out of the 4, out of the 4, which is work. Hard work will get it done, but we break it up into a 22. And that's a powerful master number, which is, oh, yeah, there are no boxes. 4 is think outside the box, and 22, there are no boxes. A lot of that theme coming up today. Okay, so with the amethyst, it's also about understanding the regal, royal you, your own sovereignty. You're the boss of you, and you don't have to defend yourself to anyone. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. If you are, dreaming it and you feel it, it's not always appropriate to just blurt to everyone, I saw you in a dream and this is what happened. Okay, ask me how I know. But it's also important that you own it and say, now is not the time to broach that subject with that person. Now is not the time for me to push my ideas in that direction. It's about being intuitive and understanding the creative aspect of the 22, which is drawing it to you. The brain sends out the signal. It is electromagnetic. You are electromagnetic. The brain sends out the signal, and then the heart magnetizes, right? So this is what I've learned in quantum understanding of energy through all the people I talk about that I have studied for years. And so the next card, as the first card that came out. So if you chose the crystal deck, you get a bonus card. I used to sell crystals like in another lifetime 30 years ago. I have never heard of this card. So there's new stones being discovered all the time. It looks like a green tourmaline-ish. Agerin? Don't know it. But it's a number 1. That's independence. That's starting over. So I'm going to have to refer to the book on this one. You still with me, folks? Share, like, subscribe, say hi. All right, Agerin. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it. Integrity, solidarity, impeccability, reliability, and being consistent. So I think the message is that once you open up to your intuition and your dream state and you know that you know something, it's not important that you tell other people that you know something. If you know it for you, that's enough. That's enough. And so you must have integrity around that. You must your actions must be impeccable. You must be the adult in the room. Wow, this is a powerful stone. I'm going to have to call my person. Copper Canyon Lapidary is where I get my stones here in Sedona. Courtney and her husband, Michael. So coppercanyonlapidary.com. You can always go there, check them out, tell them Elaine sent you. Agerin, I want to see if she has that. This is the stone of like the adult. This is the adult stone, I would say, even though I've never heard of it. Let me see. Agerin spirit brings you. Now is a time to remember the importance of being reliable and impeccable in your world. If you're feeling unsure, doubting whether you have a right to take a stand, become still and reconnect with the conscious universe through this crystal. It's not your job. Okay. See, this would say, oh, I felt this thing and they need my help. It's probably, I'm so responsible. I have to tell them. Okay. And then this one says, it's not your job to protect everyone's feelings and keep the peace at all costs. Did you hear that? Be at peace as you stand firm, for your deepest values are in sync with your purpose, and the conscious universe wants you to feel and be strong right now. So, intuitive, dreamlike, powerful, magical, but you have sovereignty over your intuition. You know what you know. And if someone says, prove it, you don't have the need. You don't have to defend yourself. Just stand in your power. Know what you know. Now, I'm going to tie this in. I also Numite fell out of the deck. Now, this is called a sorcerer's stone. And this is a 38. And a 3 is perception. People will say communication, but communication is not opening your mouth and talking. That's the end result of your perceptions and beliefs. What you believe is going to create a vibration. And that vibration is going to create a reality before you even open your mouth. Ta-da! That's called manifesting. So a Nuamite is the sorcerer's stone. And a 3 is that perception. And an 8 is mastery. When you put the two together, 3 plus 8 equals 11. Now, the 11 in numerology is not the number 2. It is the number 2. Boop, boop, like that. Okay? Because it's me, you, or this issue versus the world, me versus that. And in between, this is an archway or 2 pillars. And in between is where you walk to develop empathy so that there are no more extremes and you come together and you say, I used to be so pragmatic and practical. Now I started meditating and I feel like I heard somebody talk to me. I had that dream and then it was validated. So if you start to become validated in your spiritual experience and you stand strong in what you know, you're reaching a level of mastery on whatever level. Doesn't mean you're better or worse than anybody else, but let's just see what Colette has to say about Nuamite. Oh, and by the way, this is what a Nuamite looks like or can look like. It's just a black stone and it comes from Russia and it's solid and it's cold and it's heavy. Wait a minute, just to give you an example here. 38. Let me go to page 38 or find the 38 number. Oh, it's right next to obsidian, and that's where I was going to go. Achieving self-mastery, inner power, recovering your sense of self. This is what we're talking about. So we're going to bring head and heart together. If you chose deck number 3 in just a second. That's my big Nuamite. It's like a bowling ball. I don't think I have my obsidian. Not the obsidian. Smoky quartz. It's bigger than this, but it's lighter. The density of this is like, give me everything you got because I'm unaffected, because I have sovereignty over who I am. I am in my world. I know what I know, and I'm going to go bowling and knock down any pins that stand in my way. No, it's not the use of power. It's understanding that you are powerful. Does that make sense? And so just to recap. I'm going to recoup my mind. Recap. So developing spirituality, understanding the dream state, knowing that when you first open, if you're opening spiritually, you might want to have a grounding stone with the amethyst. Don't sleep with the grounding stone because that'll stop you from flying. But you have this and you say, oh, wow, I'm feeling something. And I just got a gut feeling. And then the phone rings and you're like, I knew you were going to call. And so you're wowed by it. Or something happens and you've been thinking about raccoons or something. And then you see a TikTok about these raccoons and how hysterical, or you're walking in a park and suddenly there's like a tree with a black mark and you go, that looks like a raccoon. And you're like, that is weird. So you want to eliminate the word weird when you open up spiritually and psychically and intuitively, because it's synchronicity that is beginning. And you're starting to weed through the mind that says, that didn't just happen. Did that just happen? Because you know it did. Own it. Own it. And then you integrate the two sides of who you are, the spiritual aspect and the physical aspect. And then you can create matter much more easily, much more readily. And when you do that, you realize you're going to judge less. You're going to judge yourself and others less. You will have more confidence. You're going to up your vibe. You're going to realize, like in the Matrix, you have the power to energetically leap tall buildings, and that everyone is doing their thing regardless. You're doing yours, and you're creating that sense of stability. I'm intuitive. I'm practical. I'm spiritual. I'm physical. I create my reality. I watch it come. I collapse time and space, and I bring it to me. Or I create a bridge, and it comes to me easily. So it would behoove you, if you chose, for everyone, meditate, absolutely, at least 3 to 10 minutes a day, at least. I do two meditations a day. One can be 30 minutes, but the other one is anywhere from 45 minutes to 2 hours. And in that, I am realign. It's like a download. I resync with the quantum field in order to recharge, let go of my attachments to things, and to raise my vibration in order to have that. See that rainbow? That's me. And so then I focus on the joy and the happiness and the thing that I love doing. And then suddenly the email comes, the phone rings, or my husband will come in and go, hey, guess what? So instead of like working hard, you can bring it to you by knowing that you are intuitive and spiritual, and that dreams you can set aside, get to know what they mean, how they feel, what relevance they have in your world or not. What's just an unconscious way of working out an issue? What is a prophetic dream? What is a symbolic dream? Stay away from the dream books. You have your own dictionary. And then you have that power to say, yeah, that's actually happening. And I trust it. And then self-mastery is already in the works. The Sorcerer's Stone. Oh my gosh. Well, that was fun. That's a game I would play again. Okay, folks. Remember, you can get your astrology aha reading for the month of June, and we're going to cover anything you want in 60 minutes, plus also the expansion you're going to be having with Jupiter and Taurus. And Jupiter represents expansion, your expansion. What are you going to be expanding on? We're going to focus on that, wherever Taurus is in your chart, and Scorpio, and Aquarius, and Leo. We're going to look at that and see how you are burgeoning, bursting out of your shell, blossoming, and also making it very real and practical. In Taurus, it is a worthiness, it is value, it is security, it is, could be about actual cash, your investment of time, energy, and money. We're going to be looking at all that. So please come back next week. And I don't know what we're going to talk about yet. I'll think about it. Could be Venus in Leo, could be Venus going retrograde in August, but I don't want to skip some astro stuff. So we'll see. Okay, folks, thank you for being here. Thank you for being. Remember to share, like, subscribe. And as always, I wish you peace, and I'll see you next time.